Hello FPL managers and welcome back for another video. Today we go over some wildcard drafts for game week 4. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe as it really helps out the channel. If you haven't already, check out some of the other game week 4 content that we've put out so far, and with that being said, let's jump into the video. So in today's video, we're going to have a look at 3 different wildcard drafts that we have made with different formations, as I have seen a couple of people looking to use their wildcard, and I'm guessing a lot of managers will be using this token in the coming game weeks. So let's take a look at our first wildcard draft. This one is a 4-4-2 formation that should be fairly affordable, as most of these players are fairly highly owned. In goals, we've gone with the combination of David Raya and Danny Ward, as I do think these two players are the best options for their price. The Brentford goalkeeper has already recorded 1 clean sheet and has picked up 4 save bonus points already, so he's definitely one that could score well over the coming game weeks with Brentford's good extended fixture run. Speaking of this run, all 4 of their next 4 matches have an FDR rating of just 2, as they match up against Everton, Crystal Palace, Leeds and Southampton. Brentford's defence has looked very solid so far, so if you are looking for a good 4.5 keeper, I do think Raya is up there with one of the best picks. Danny Ward of course is still getting starting minutes for Leicester, and that's why he features at £4 million, as despite not getting too many starting minutes in this team, he's just going to be a good solid option to have on the bench as a sub goalkeeper. Let's look at the defenders now. Trent Alexander-Arnold does stay in this team. I have seen a lot of people transferring him out after Liverpool have failed to get a clean sheet in their first 3 games, but I do think Liverpool's fixtures do get a bit easier over the next 4 game weeks. 3 out of their next 4 games are at home, as they match up against Bournemouth, Newcastle, Everton and Wolves, so I do think in this period I'd expect Liverpool to get at least 2 clean sheets. Of course, Trent does offer very good attacking potential, having the 3rd highest expected assist out of any defender with 0.79, despite not putting an assist on the board yet. We all know he creates a lot of chances for his teammates, and he's also taken 5 shots as well, which does rank tied 2nd amongst defenders this season, so definitely one getting into some great positions, and it's just a matter of time before he starts recording FPL points. Perisic comes into the side as he looks fairly nailed in that Tottenham team after getting 12 points in game week 3 by picking up an assist and a clean sheet. This was his first start for Spurs this season, and he's already recorded 2 assists and 1 clean sheet, so definitely one with lots of potential when he does play. If you don't like Perisic in this position, you could always go to Zinchenko, but I have been very impressed with Perisic in his first start, and considering that he faces Nottingham Forest, West Ham and Fulham as his next 3 fixtures, he could definitely be a nice short-term pick at least. Forest have struggled from an offensive standpoint in their first 3 games, just scoring the 2 goals, so I do think Perisic's fixture in game week 4 is a good one to target. Trippier is in the defence at £5.1 million, as he's definitely a very good option for his price, as he's recorded 7 points in the first week, 7 in the second week, and then backed that up with a goal in the 3rd week. His 1 goal and 2 clean sheets makes him the 2nd highest scoring defender so far with 20 points in his first 3 games, only better by William Saliba with 21. From now through game week 10, Newcastle have an excellent fixture run, with their only match with an FDR rating of above 3 against Liverpool away in game week 5. Outside of this fixture, they face Wolves in game week 4, then Palace in game week 6, West Ham, Bournemouth, Fulham and Brentford after that, so I do think Trippier's extended fixture run could provide him with lots of FPL points. João Cancelo features in the defence as well, as at £7.1 million, he's almost an essential option to have in that Man City defence, as they just get so many clean sheets. Amongst all defenders so far, Cancelo has the 2nd highest expected FPL points, so definitely one that can offer good potential at both ends of the pitch, as he's already picked up an assist. Nico Williams is the 5th defender at £4.1 million. This could also be Patterson depending on who you have in this position, as I wouldn't be prepared to pay the extra 0.1 for Williams if you already have Patterson. Let's take a look at the midfielders. Andreas Pereira is the 4.5 pick, as he's arguably the best option in the game at this price in the midfield. Salah is there at 13 million, as he's probably the most essential pick in this team, and I do think he should be in any wildcard draft coming up. Rodrigo has been in great touch recently for Leeds, getting himself 4 goals in his first 3 matches, and has a great extended fixture run. The top scoring player has Brighton, Everton, Brentford and Nottingham Forest as his next 4 opponents, so I do think this fixture run has a great chance for him to record even more points, as he's made a great start. Wilfried Zaha comes into the midfield, as I really like him as a good differential in the middle of the park, as he actually has the second highest expected FPL points out of any player in the first 3 weeks. He's already picked up 3 goals in his first 3 matches, and is of course on penalties for Crystal Palace as well, which just makes him even more appealing. Despite facing Manchester City in game week 4, he's got some excellent fixtures after that, so I do think he's definitely a good differential to have. Martinelli rounds out the midfield, as he's also a pretty essential pick with a very high ownership right now at £6.4 million. He's provided a return in each of his first 3 games and is looking very threatening for Arsenal, so definitely one to pick up at such a cheap price. Onto the forwards, Archer is the 4.5, Haaland is the current premium that we've got here at £11.7 million, and Jesus sits there at £8.2 million, as he's also a pretty essential pick after his great start in Arsenal life. Let's now take a look at the second wildcard draft. This one is a big at the back draft with a 5-3-2 formation. Here we've gone with Edison in goals over Raya, as we are upgrading that goalkeeper for the extra Man City clean sheets, as I do think he will be recording lots of these over the next few weeks with Man City's good fixtures. Trent, Cancelo and Perisic all remain in the defence, as they are 3 of some of the best premium defender options right now, and Reece James comes in there as the 4th premium defender to capitalise on that Chelsea defence. Despite conceding 3 goals away to Leeds, Chelsea's defence has looked decent so far, getting themselves 1 clean sheet, and Reece James is getting into some good attacking positions, showed by some great underlying stats. Amongst defenders, he's taken the tied 2nd most amount of shots and the 4th most attempted assists, so definitely one getting into some good positions for Chelsea, and I'm no doubt expecting him to get more attacking returns over his next 4. In this time, Chelsea faced Leicester, Southampton, West Ham and Fulham, so definitely some good upcoming fixtures for more Reece James points. The other notable difference is Saliba comes in instead of Williams to complete that 5 starting defender formation, as he's a great way to get into that Arsenal defence for fairly cheap to capitalise on their clean sheets. In the midfield, we've gone with the double premiums of Salah and De Bruyne, just to mix up if you prefer to go for De Bruyne over Haaland after Pep made those comments about Haaland potentially not starting every game, and Rodrigo remains in the midfield after his good start and good upcoming fixtures. Tony comes into the forward line instead of Haaland, as he's made an excellent start to the season, and Brentford have a great fixture run. Archer remains as the 4.5, as he probably has the lowest chance of going down in price out of options at this price tag, and Jesus remains in the side at 8.2 million, as he's fairly essential. So let's glance over at the third and final wildcard draft. This one is a 3-4-3 formation, definitely a bit of a differential one, but I have seen a couple of managers opt for this choice. For the goalkeeper, we've mixed it up with Sanchez, as Brighton is another team that have great fixtures, and I've actually considered just the 1 goal in their first 3 games. Sanchez is one of the highest scoring keepers in the first 3 weeks with 18 points, picking up 2 clean sheets and 2 bonus points already. The starting back 3 in this team will be Trent, Perisic and Cancelo, with Saliba there as that 4.6 option on the bench to increase the depth in the squad, and you could potentially rotate him in if Rodrigo, Martinelli, Zaha or Tony have a bad fixture and you prefer to start Saliba. Speaking of those midfielders, it's the same starting 4 combination of Salah, Martinelli, Rodrigo and Zaha. So I believe Salah is the best premium mid right now, and Martinelli, Rodrigo and Zaha are 3 of the best mid-price midfielders as well. It's a very strong front 3 with Tony, Haaland and Jesus, as I do think managers have been crying out for a 3 forward formation, so I do think these 3 players are the 3 best picks up top. Thanks for watching today's video. If you guys want to become a channel member, then click the join button down below and get featured on the members board at the end of the videos, just like Philip Ash here. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to show support for the channel and click the notification bell. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.